Are you stuck in the past, unable to come to terms with the things that have happened to you, and you continuously relive them as the cycle repeats again and again and again as you're drawing in the people who are traumatizing you, causing problems for you that remind you of your past? That's what we're talking about in today's video. So hello everyone, my name is Autumn Asphodel, and in today's video we're going to be talking about overcoming your past, discussing the things that are preventing you from moving on from your past. So enjoy the video. When you have a traumatic past, when you've dealt with abuse, abandonment, bullies, and other circumstances that negatively affect your mental health, you may feel that you cannot move on and end up holding grudges and want to seek revenge. Dealing with trauma from the past will make you hate the people that did you wrong, as you may want to get back at them and do the same thing to them as they've done to you. Your inability to forgive and let go prevents you from moving on. Because of this, you'll even struggle to make friends and have healthy relationships because you're still stuck in the past. Things may be so bad that you are in denial and not even want to talk about or acknowledge the abuse you've endured, making things even worse. If this sounds like you, then it's time to move on from your past and come to terms with it. Be sure to check out my in-depth course on how to overcome your trauma if you would like even more information. Step 1 is to realize that what happened to you in the past is not your fault and lessen guilt. If you were abused, abandoned, and even had narcissistic parents who gaslighted you into thinking you were to blame, then it's understandable that you would blame yourself for things that happened in the past. This is unresolved guilt, and it carries over into the present as you blame yourself for friends abandoning you, missed job opportunities, and so on. You belittle yourself to such a degree that everything is your fault and it brings you down. In order to come to terms with your past, you have to realize what you're blaming yourself for that is not your fault. A lot of times the abuser will gaslight us into making us think that everything is all of our fault, and we will continuously blame ourselves. This victim mentality continues on as other people view us, and we're blaming ourselves for things instead of blaming the correct people involved. And because of that, people don't want to be around us because they may find us annoying that we're always blaming ourselves, that we're always feeling so bad about ourselves, and we lack confidence. So that is one of the biggest things when it comes to overcoming your past, to realize when to take responsibility for the things that you have done. But as an adult now, you have the right to change these things, and now you can take responsibility. Step 2 is forgiveness of yourself and others. This can only be done after you've become more stable and no longer have anger towards the person who did you wrong, and no longer hate yourself for going through what you did. Are you able to forgive people who wronged you in the past, who abused you, bullied you, traumatized you, and caused you many years of anguish? If you said no, then you are not ready and need to work on lessening your anger and need for revenge. If you are able to forgive yourself first, then forgiving the abuser will be easier, but it takes time. You have to remove yourself from the negative environment. Give yourself some time and begin to heal by forgiving yourself for all the hatred and negative energy you have accumulated. Hatred, grudges, and revenge all fall under this category. Once you've forgiven yourself, then you can forgive the person who did this to you. It doesn't have to be directly to the person, but an elimination of hatred and anger, then forgiveness towards those who wronged you shows how mature you are, and you are ready to move on from this. If you cannot forgive, then you're not willing to move on. This is a conscious choice. And the third and final step is the growth and realization of how far you've come in your journey. Maybe your entire life has been rough, but it has taught you something, no? Surely you can make something positive out of the negative situation, no? Yes, you can, and it comes down to being analytical about what happened to you over the years, and how you let others walk all over you, control you, and you blaming yourself. Even though it wasn't your fault that they did those horrible things, your reaction to it is entirely your choice. And when you were removed from the negative situation, then the choice is entirely yours. This is why it's important to see how much you've grown and what lessons life was giving you over the years to make you a better person. This happened for a reason, and it's up to you to make something positive of it. Help others, be an inspiration, and show how strong of a person you really are when everyone else doubted you. No matter how difficult things are in the world and our lives, we can take something positive from it and become a better person. Find your purpose and drive and go for it. The only person who can and should control you is you. No one else can do that, so don't let them do it. Forgive yourself and others for their wrongdoings and your radiate confidence and maturity. Let me know how this works for you. Have a great day. I have struggled with my past for so long as well, unable to move on from a lot of the things that happened in the past. And I continuously attracted the people into my life that were abusing me, that were causing abandonment issues. And even to this day, it's very interesting. It's very interesting. Some of the people that I attract do continue with that. But the thing is now, the thing that's different now is that I no longer let it control my life or negatively affect me. It is very interesting. It's a lot of people that I have attracted into my life, people that I have considered to be close or friends even, and then it's just like they abandon me somehow. They just gone. They just leave. And I'm just kind of wondering, it's like, how did I attract that person? Why am I continuously attracting these people that are doing this? Now, at this point, I no longer let it affect me. I'm just going to be like, okay, it's not going to be on me at this point. It's on you. If you're going to be the one who's going to stop talking and have these sort of issues, then that is on you. There's also been people who have been very critical of me that I thought were friends, who have gaslighted me and said all these hateful, nasty things to me, sometimes in a very discreet way, kind of even in a polite way even. But I know when to not be friends with certain people as a result of that. So a lot of this stuff can bring back memories of the past because I'm someone who's been heavily abused and abandoned in the past. So of course, I'm going to be attracting a lot of these scenarios into my life in the present moment. So I have to be mindful of what I'm attracting, the people I'm associating with, so that I'm not bringing up negative feelings of the past. And at this point, I've already moved on from it. I don't really care anymore at this point about things that have happened in the past and the people that I'm attracting now that could remind me of that, because I'm no longer going to be fazed by that. And you can as well. You just have to be able to move on from your past. Your past does not define you. Your past is something that is done and over with. It shaped you into a different person, absolutely. But you can make that person that has shaped you into a better person than what you may be currently thinking. You may be thinking that the person that it has changed you into is a very negative and bad person. It's like you would be so much happier and healthier if you didn't deal with that. But how would you know? How would you know that you would be much happier and healthier if you didn't go through what you did? The reason you went through what you did is that you can learn and grow to be even stronger than the person you would have been if you didn't go through that. And that's how I view my life, and that's how you should view yours as well, where the trauma made you stronger. It made you into a stronger person. Sure, it was a terrible thing that happened to you, but it made you into a stronger person, and you can show that confidence to other people. So I want to thank you also very much for tuning into this video. Let me know what your thoughts are on this topic and perhaps some things that maybe you're still stuck in the past from, and what you can do to remedy that, to move forward with your life. I'm really curious to hear it. So you all take care, have a great one, and I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.